My name is Paul Harrison.
And I'm Seth Kearsley.
And we created Willy Nilly. Seth and I met each other in high school. Well, he was still in high school, I had just finished.
And we started collaborating while I was still at Cal Arts. And we've been working together ever since. Paul went into live action. I've continued into animation.
Seth was the youngest supervising director for a primetime series with the hit show Dilbert, which won him an Emmy for the beautiful opening. Seth then became the youngest director to direct an animated feature film for theatrical release with 8 Crazy Nights.
And recently I've gone back into feature animation, working on Secret Life of Pets and Sing for Illumination. 8 Crazy Nights was kind of an independent film. It was for a big studio, but we started in an office about this size. We built a studio and a pipeline while making the film from the ground up. That film went on to beat Disney per screen opening weekend.
Seth and I have been working together a long time, but we've never done anything like this. We've never reached out to strangers and said, we want to partner up. This is a project that we're very passionate about. We want to make this, and we want to make this with you. Willy Nilly is the story of a little boy. He has such a vivid imagination that if you get too close to him, you'll end up in his imagination, seeing what he's seeing. Let's say you see Willy outside, and he just looks like a normal kid playing with a stick, but you get close enough, you find out he's taking part in his favorite adventure trying to capture Moby Dick.
Mom's moved Willy back into reality so that he can make some real friends, not his imaginary friends. Wind up at the end of this street where there's a couple of kids who are a little bit odd, so they kind of fit with Willy.
Flossie is the biggest bundle of energy. She kind of has all the energy of every little girl in one little girl. She kind of latches onto Willy because of his imagination and his ability to kind of have fun.
And Mort is the other kid. Mort is kind of like a grown-up in a kid's body. He has a hard time relating to his dad, and so he tries to act more grown-up than he is. He's also already working on his college entrance exams, and he's preparing for his presidential run.
Willy and his mother, Nellie, they've been on the run for some time. Willy's dad caught the attention of a government agency called the Men in Gray. They report on strange events, one of these being Willy's dad. He also had this same gift or curse, depending on how you look at it.
He got lost in his own imagination and went out of the picture, we'll say.
So Mom has brought Willy back to the real world. Her biggest fears are being realized. The Men in Gray have found them based on Willy's imagination getting out of control. They've had to move from town to town to town, and now they're in a spot, and they don't have any money to move anywhere else, so they're kind of stuck.
So how do we keep the budget low? Part of it is the process we're going to use, which is based on Miyazaki's production model, where the director does the whole board and the director is the final approval person in each department.
This makes things so much easier during the process once we start out with like a template that's locked. There's no changes along the way. Once the script is locked and the director has signed off, we're moving forward.
Doing it this way streamlines the whole process, so there's not a lot of going back and doing over.
And with composer Gabriel McNair and his history with No Doubt, Tegan and Sara, Lenny Kravitz, we are honored to have him be a part of the project. As a matter of fact, you're listening to one of his original compositions right now that he created for Willy.
Willy Nilly is a celebration of imagination and friendship, and we want to keep it independent to keep its unique voice and tone.
So we're ready. We're ready to make this film, and we're ready to make it with you.